Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? It is your boy Scumpy, bringing you another Black Ops 2 gameplay video commentary. And before we start the main topic of the commentary, and that guy was like a fucking Nazgul from Lord of the Rings, and he literally got me killed. I was about to go across the screen and punch him in the nose. But, before I wanted to start the main commentary, which is the Cod Career final part, I believe it's part 6, the Mw3 edition of Cod Career, well, my Cod Career, I wanted to address a couple things. One of those being, I can't do a commentary over a 10-minute gameplay every single time. It's just, I can't do that. I can't sit here, because if I were to do that, guys, it would literally be me sitting here repeating myself for 10 minutes. Like, usually a gameplay commentary, you talk about like something miscellaneous, like that doesn't pertain to the gameplay, but it's still, like, you know, important. It's a little tidbit, a little fact. Then you talk about the game. Then you talk about what you used on your gun / kill streaks. Then you talk about what you did throughout the gameplay. I can't do that for 10 minutes. It's just, it gets way too repetitive. I don't like it, and I hope that you guys enjoy this gameplay. It's really fast-paced and really hectic. I do die a lot. This was actually right at the start of the skill-based matchmaking, like a couple days after they announced that it was out. So these kids were good, and you know, I did average. I got at least a 4-to-1, maybe a 3-to-1. You know, I did average. So that's the first thing. I can't do a 10-minute commentary every single commentary. It's not easy to talk for 10 minutes, and I could do it. Like, I know I could do it, but I just don't want to sit here and repeat myself over and over again, because I don't really like that. I just feel like it gets boring. It's like a lecture where the teacher just says the same goddamn thing for 10 minutes. You know, you don't want to sit through that. Like, you got the information out the first time. I don't want to hear it again, bitch. But, the second thing, I'm finally starting to come down from my sickness. Like I said, I had a sore throat and a really bad headache and a lot of dizziness, and I'm finally starting to get better. Have a little bit of a sore throat still, but I should be probably a 90 to a 95% tomorrow. I'm not going to be 100% yet. I know that, but I'll be very close to being healthy again tomorrow. So that's something to look forward to. You know, things are getting better for me. But let's start off with the COD Career episode number 6, Mw3 edition. All right. So I started off this game playing with Rambino. I started playing the game. My first team on this game was me, Rambo, Twiz, and Assassin. I'm not really sure what happened that made us break up. I really couldn't tell you. We were good. I think it might have been the amount of time that we played. I really couldn't even tell you why we broke up, but we did break up. But it was me, Rambo, Assassin, and Twiz, and we were good. But I don't know what happened there. But after that, I think Rambo went to Optic, and then I went to Leverage. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. It's really hard to, you know, remember all the way back. But I think that I went to Leverage, and Rambo went to Optic, and then Twiz did his own thing. Can't remember what Twiz did. And then Assassin, I can't even remember what Assassin did. So basically, the main point of that is me and Rambo split ways. I went to Leverage, he went to Optic. So, like, back to the normal thing, back to, like, original teams, because that was something we were trying out. And then a pro player named Proofy was trying to sketch for Leverage, and Merc caught him in the act. So I was picked up for Proofy onto Optic, and that's how I got onto Optic. And that's really whenever things started to, you know, really start to freaking, I don't even know the word for it, I guess just really speed up. Like, that's when I went from, like, a good player, I won tournaments back last season, to holy shit, this kid has established himself as one of the best players in the game. Like, this was when I was considered one of the best players in the game, hands down. Black Ops 1, I was considered the second best player at the end of the season by the professionals, but going into MW3, like, I don't want to sit here and toot my own horn, but, like, people told me that I was the best player in the game, like, hands down. There's no question. And I had a lot to prove on the Optic team. They've always been a top team, a top-tier team, obviously, with Optic being one of the best organizations to be sponsored by. But so that's whenever the grind really started for me. So the squad was me, Rambo, Merc, Big Timer, and we were really freaking good at Mw3. That game, we didn't even enjoy that game at all, not to the slightest amount. We hated that game. Like, the spawn system made no sense. There was a lot of randomness involved in it, and just, we didn't like the game. It sucked, for me. Even towards the end of it, I hated it. But, that's whenever the practice grind really started, because Frag Cup number 3 was just around the corner. It was a big tournament that was about to come up, and we didn't really have a lot of time to prepare for it. I think we had a week or two. I think, you know, it's really hard to remember this far back, but I think we had a week or two, especially since MW3 was such a big game. There were a lot of tournaments for it. Even though it wasn't on the circuit, there were still a lot of tournaments that we attended and a lot of tournaments that we played in. So yeah, Frag Cup 3, difficult road. Joey had some of the most clutch plays I've ever seen in my life, Merc, in a SND against Striker's team. And that's really what saved us. And then we played Collapse in the semifinals, and they were our arch nemesis. We couldn't beat them in team scrims. Then we beat them in the finals 4-2, I think. And we just all played out of our minds. And then we played an amateur team in the finals, and we beat them 5-0, I think. It was a best of 9, and we just absolutely steamrolled them. And we played them. So basically, that was the first tournament together and our first win together as a team. So that was good. You know, it's always good to start off playing like that, winning a tournament right off the start of a game. That's always nice, comforting, and everyone just feels good. Next was... Shit, what was next? Next tournament might have been EGL 5. I think it was. We traveled to England, played at EGL 5. A lot of European teams. There were like 100 teams or something there. Won that as well. Next tournament, I think, was the CGA tournament. No, CEA tournament, Cross-Eyed Arena. This was the first one that we had lost, the first tournament we lost, but it was online. And it's not like we lost and got like top 8. We lost and got second. So we still did really well in the tournament. We ended up playing Parasite's team, and I think we lost, what was it, 4-2? Yeah, 4-2. We choked so hard on the bootleg SMD. I remember that. I'll remember that forever. We were up 3-0 on bootleg SMD, and then we just choked. And that would have taken it to last map, and then that would have been it. But, yeah, we choked pretty hard. It was at 3 in the morning, though, so we were, like, unconscious. So, you know what I'm saying? It was ridiculous. But, so that was the first tournament we lost as a squad. You know, we were down. We still weren't out. You know, we were still really motivated to win. I mean, second is still very good, so we weren't, like, dropping our heads in shame, like, holy shit, we suck now. Like, obviously not, because we knew that we could come back and bounce back, and that we would be the best team again. So next we went to EGL 7, I think. There was a lot of mishaps that went along. There were a couple tournaments that I didn't attend, so I'm leaving those out. NGC Niagara, I think it was called, is one of them, and UMG Chicago is the other one. The two that I didn't attend, but my teammates still won. They picked up Ricky for UMG Chicago. He played great. They won that. That was whenever we were at Apex, and they screwed up my flight information. And next one, NGC Niagara, was like Merc, Proofy, Revan, Rambo, and they won that pretty easily. I think they beat Donut Shop in the finals. And then EGL 7 came along. EGL 7 was in Blackpool again, I want to say. I don't remember. I don't even remember where EGL 8 was, man. I think EGL 8 was in Manchester, and EGL 7 was in Blackpool again, as well as EGL 5. EGL 5 and 7 were both in Blackpool. Went to that, won it. The games were a little bit closer, and we won still. I think the closest someone got to beating us was 3-1, but they were still close, really close games. So, you know, the Europeans were starting to get better, starting to learn the game. Next was EGL 8, something that haunts me. I hate talking about it, but we lost in the grand finals to TCM after having a 3-1 lead on them. One of the biggest comebacks on me that has ever, it is the biggest comeback that someone's ever had on me that was on a team. The biggest comeback I've ever had on someone was Anaheim on Fear. We were down 4-1, 3-1, and came, no, 5-2, and we came back. But EGL 8 we lost, and that was basically it. And then the last tournament was the Icons $2,500 tournament, and we ended up winning. So that was my Mw3 career, guys. Sorry to be rushing, but I hope you enjoyed.